reservists, that some of them were all released and some still in the front and in the home front. You, the reservists, and your families are worthy of salute and thank you. And with that, we should know how to treat you, so that everything that you need from the state, you will get. The national priority must begin with this. This evening, we will embrace the soldiers and the security forces and the wounded and the bereaved families, and we'll remember that even if we have a challenging period ahead, we do not go back to the 6th of October. To my regret, in recent days, some have forgotten this in the leadership, who run a divisive conversation in the Knesset and against the IDF, comparing the IDF with those who murdered our sons and daughters. Being a leader in times of crisis is a great responsibility. I call on all my friends from all sides of the political map to think before they speak. Think about the fighters, about the hostages. Think about where we reached and why. The people of Israel deserve of us for more. We operate these days to reach a framework to the return of hostages, a result of ongoing military pressure, of our strength as a society that wishes for life, and diplomatic actions that we're taking, including the actions of the families of the hostages. Returning the hostages is an integral part of victory and does not replace our duty to remove the threat of Hamas. When we reach a framework, it will be a stage on the way to victory. At this time, it is not right to provide information to our enemies and present red lines, and we have red lines, both my friends and myself. We will keep them for our closed doors so that we will not hurt the efforts to reach a good framework, even if it will be painful. When there is a framework, we will be transparent to the public and approve it in the government. In the fighting arena in Gaza, we move to the focused fighting. It is not as any lesser, but it is directed at concrete targets. And if we need to expand the fighting, Khan Yunis is surrounded. Also, this is the situation in the northern part of the strip. We will soon reach Rafah and anywhere where Hamas terrorists are in. We continue to take a heavy toll in the north until our residents are safely returning home. The IDF has proven over the past several months that it can find these solutions to every arena. There was those who warned us against entering Gaza, but our fighters and our commanders are showing immense abilities in the fight against terrorists in a way that will be taught around the world. We prove that the ground troops can bring unprecedented operational success. With that, we need to say that there are no instant victories. We will win. It will be complicated, it will be lengthy, it comes to our regret with blood and tears, and we will win. Because we have no other country. We will win because we have no other choice. We will win because the people of eternity do not fear a long way. To my regret, we lost precious time in breaking down the governance of Hamas due to dragging our feet. And now we must urgently promote a framework through which the food and humanitarian aid will be provided to Gaza through bodies that are not related to Hamas or UNRWA. even if we allow trucks from the northern part of the Strip and not from the south, all options can be on the table, except for one possibility. Everything but Hamas. Our goal is 100% security control and 0% civilian control. For this to happen, the world must come to our help. This way, the aid will come to more residents and will not go through the terrorists. The State of Israel is today at the process of promoting normalization with Saudi Arabia and other countries, a process in which I am involved with directly. It can strengthen us against the Iranian axis and also allow more moderate bodies that will enter Gaza and replace Hamas, those that do not teach and support terrorism. The expanding of the Abraham Accords is a regional achievement that Hamas has wanted to prevent on October 7th. This can be part of the solution and a way on the route to victory. It is important to stress that we will continue the efforts to return our hostages alive. We will not stop until we remove the threat of Hamas, deter Hezbollah, and allow the residents to return both to the south and to the north safely. In any situation, we will reserve our security in our hands. And fighting terror will continue everywhere needed. Before I conclude, I wish to address the residents of the Western Negev and their leaders. The IDF is spread out to defend you along the border and beyond that, to allow every resident and community to decide when to return to their homes under the guidelines of the security officials that I stand behind. We carry the responsibility. Personally, I've decided to relocate to Kibbutz Yad Mordechai. This will happen in the coming weeks. I'm sure I will have many and good neighbors, and from this difficult tragedy we will grow and strengthen together. New York Times reports 32 hostages that are dead in Gaza, and with fear for more hostages. I can confirm that, to my regret, some of the hostages were murdered in Gaza. The families are aware. I do not wish to go into details beyond this. You speak about the new framework. At the moment, there is no other organization in Gaza other than UNRWA. What will be of the aid? Will Israel deliver the aid itself? We understand that there is a need of sending humanitarian aid into Gaza, and we're aware of the fact that those who control the delivery of the aid, he is the governing factor, and in this case it is Hamas, and therefore we need to make every effort in order to stop the ability of Hamas to control the delivery of the humanitarian aid and find the ways in which we can do this from another direction, another time, different tally, in any possible measure, and we need to find the solutions. We could have started this a little earlier, but better late than never. We must find the solution and the method and the people that would be able to do this, to deliver the aid, and not through Hamas. Otherwise, Hamas continues to govern the Gaza Strip. We will weigh all the options.